friends, welcome. We're going to start off by inviting you to imagine that you are at the Torres Strait Islands and the kingfisher birds are swooping into and out of the water in search of fish. Sorry, friends, we really needed all that space.
There's lots of things in here. Good morning. What a wonderful way to start this sunny, warm spring day. It's wonderful to see you all here this morning. Newcomers, longtime members, those watching online. My name is Magdalene Lindeberg, and I am the Celebration Associate this morning. May we gather to nurture our connections, seek inspiration, and embrace change. As Emily already mentioned, imagination is our theme for May. What world do you imagine? And how can imagination illuminate our next steps? We have many activities this week. Some are listed in the announcements in your order of service, and you can also check the sanctuary screens to learn more. I want to draw particular attention to the Care Cafe, which is happening at 12:15 today in the church library. We also have a special announcement from Fred Balfour on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
Good morning. As Magdalene said, I'm Fred Balfour, President of the Board. I'm speaking today on behalf of Board Trustee Ren Tuatha, the spokesperson for the Board. She is your direct contact for all things board-related, but she sends her regrets for being absent today, unforeseen instances. I was saying to Don Rakow as I walked in that this was probably the most boring part of the service, and he said, well, why don't you sing it? And I said, what? Rock my soul at the annual meeting, 6 o'clock. But I have to do it in a formal way because the bylaws call for that. First Unitarian Society of Ithaca's bylaws require that legal meetings of the society be announced on the 2 Sundays preceding the meeting. This is that announcement. The annual meeting of this society will be held this year on May 21st, 2025, in the Society's sanctuary at 306 North Aurora Street at 6 p.m. The agenda and other information will be sent to all members either by email or U.S. Postal Service. I'm also required to announce one of the items on the agenda. The Society is currently a tax-exempt organization. However, we do not hold the official 501c3 status. We are in the process of applying for this designation for two benefits: to expand our eligibility for grants and to be eligible for employer matching gift donations. As part of the application requirements, we must amend our Articles of Incorporation, dated 1868. The proposed amendments will be presented for a vote by the membership at our upcoming annual meeting on Wednesday, May 21st, 2025 at 6 p.m. Sounded better when I did it the first time. In the church sanctuary. Members will be receiving a mailing outlining the details of these amendments. On to more interesting parts.
Thank you, Fred. If you are new or visiting for the first time, I invite you to fill out a yellow pew card. Those are in the little pockets in back of the pews. You can drop that in the offertory plate or bring it to the welcome table in the parlor right through these doors. And you can also visit the welcome table even if you haven't filled out the card. This is also where we have coffee, snacks, and conversation after the service. In the spirit of intentionally gathering in community, I also invite you to take a moment and turn off your cell phones. And while you're doing that, and before we light our chalice, let's all take a moment to greet those around you. Our chalice will be lit this morning by MJ and George Erickson Egar. And join me in reciting the chalice lighting words. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the light of truth, and the energy of action.
I invite you to imagine with me, friends, that there once was a farming couple who had 3 children. Now, as those children grew to become adults, the farming couple realized that they only had the resources to build a house for one of their children. So together they worked and worked and worked until the house was built. And once it was built, they told their children, they said, "Whichever of you can fill this house, to that child this house will belong." Now, as is often the case, the older 2 siblings would like to tease the younger sibling, right, about how much stronger and braver and bolder they were. Now, the oldest sibling, they were like, "I can fill this house. This is no problem at all." And so they went and they got a horse, and they got a cow, and they got a donkey, and they got a pig, and they brought them into the house. And yet it only filled one small corner. Now the second child smiled to themselves and they were like, I absolutely can fill this house. This house is going to be mine. And they went out and they got bale after bale after bale after bale of hay, and they brought them in, stacking them in the house. But even with all of the hay in the farm, it still filled half of that house. Now the oldest two siblings laughed to themselves as the youngest child came in with just a small sack. But out of that sack, they pulled a candle. Which they lit. And the light from that candle filled every corner of that house. Now the parents turned to that youngest child and they said, "This house is now yours. It solely belongs to you." But that youngest child just smiled and they said, "What is a home without the light of love and laughter and family?" To say, this is a place where all are welcome. And those three siblings stood together amongst that light and the home that was theirs. Here you are welcome, friends. Here you belong. I have a couple of friends that I have spoken to already about baskets for our Side with Love collection. This would be when I'm going to invite you to come on up, and I'm going to invite everyone else to rise in body or spirit and sing our opening hymn, which is Be the Change. You can find the words on the screens behind us.
Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. And change will come to you. Be the voice you want to see in the world. Be the voice the voice you want to hear in the world, and change will come to you. Be the light you want to shine in the world. Be the light you want to shine in the world. Be the light you want to shine in the world, and change will come to you.
Thank you, friends. Good morning. It's so lovely to be here with you. Oh, we have so much space up here today. I know usually our thing is forward more. All right, it's the time for anyone who wants to come on up and sit on the steps and join us for our time for wonder. Come on up, friends. Hi. You. Yeah, everyone can come up. And this is, I love to say, anyone who's feeling young or young at heart, right? You can come up here if you are over 18. It's okay. It's okay. You can come sit with us. All right. Who wants to open up our wonder box? Want to open it up, Wendell? Have one of our friends do it, who's not usually here. Go ahead. All right, what'd you find in it? What is it?
It's a card.
What kind of card?
Moms are amazing.
Moms are amazing. Yeah, is today a special day? Yeah. Yep. What is today? You can put it back in. Mother's Day, that's right. Today is Mother's Day. So, Mother's Day is one of the largest commercial holidays in the U.S. I know, right? We deserve it. And, yeah. And Mother's Day leaves a lot of people out, right? It leaves people out based on their race, on their gender identity, on their sexual orientation, right? So here, we lift up that there are lots of ways to mother. And there are lots of people who engage in mothering, right? And that there's no one right way to be a family. In fact, the thing that makes a family is... You knew it before I even got the book out. Did you hear that? They're like, love? Like, that's right, love makes a family. I have a book. I know. I have a book. You have two moms? That's amazing. You get like double the Mother's Day fun, right?
But we don't actually do it. I have a Mimi's day because I call one of my mom's Mimi.
You have separate days for them? That's nice that they each get their own day. All right, well, I'm going to read this book to you. There's going to be pictures up there for you to follow along. And I want you to think as we're doing this about what things make your family, right? This is called Love Makes a Family by Sophie Beer. All right, love is waking up bright and early. I know.
The kids.
Love is baking a special cake. Love is knowing where everything is.
Like the shoe.
Love is finding the biggest puddles.
Oh, look at the dog.
Love is lending a helping hand. Love is watching from the front row. That's so many of you here today, right? Here to watch.
Yay.
All right. Love is playing on the weekend.
Bunny.
Love is making things better again. Love is washing away the day.
They're pirates.
Love is reading one more book.
They've read so many books.
Love is chasing away monsters. Love is a kiss before bed. It says good night. Whether you have one parent, two moms, two dads, a mom and a dad, or another wonderful caregiver, there's one thing that makes every family a family, and that's love. Friends, are there any ways that we didn't cover in here that is part of how love makes a family in your house? What do you think, Rua?
It's when my family makes a special dinner for me, and when we do a little prank on each other.
When you make a special dinner, and it sounds like this is a family that likes to play pranks. That's not my family, but I love that you love that.
Yeah.
What makes
Taking care of each other.
taking care of each other? Yeah.
Surprise breakfast.
Surprise breakfast.
That's what I did today.
You did surprise breakfast? Yeah. Making crafts for each other.
Letting you sleep in.
Letting me, that's my child, letting me sleep in. That is love. That's love right there. Yeah.
Except it's
Uh-huh.
so late.
Yeah.
Playing music together.
Playing music together. There are so many ways that love makes a family. So, in honor of Mother's Day,
Or going shopping.
I have a whole bunch of flowers. And I'm going to invite anyone, and I mean anyone in this room, if you have someone that's here in this space with us today, and one person, I know you might have multiple people, that are part of the love that make up your family, I'm going to invite you to come up and get a flower and gift it to them now.
What if my family isn't here?
Then you can give it to someone else who's part of the love that makes your family, or you can not give a flower. It's up to you, friend.
I want to give a flower.
And this is everyone. Anyone can come up and gift a flower to someone, young or old. If you've got someone here in your life that is part of the love that makes up your family.
This is for you. Because my family already got flowers for each other.
That's so sweet. Can I hug you? Okay. Thank you.
I love you, Mom.
I love you.
I gave mine to Allie.
Here. Woo. I'm going to bring some more forward. I have more flowers here.
Who was gonna give?
Hold still.
Pick a good one.
Yellow one. Yellow. Nice. Oh, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you give more than one flower?
Yeah. No.
No. There. One flower.
One per person. Which one do you want? That's a good one. Good job, Arlo. I got you. William. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you. Is there anyone that needs me to come to them that moving up here would be challenging for you physically? Because I can bring you a flower if you need. All right.
Good morning. I'm Nancy Miller. I'm not Madonna Stallman. I'm filling in for her today for Joys and Sorrows. In a spirit of reverence, love, and care, we take time now to bear witness to some of the joys and sorrows of our community, to share those events that call for our prayers and support, our praise and celebration. And since I have the microphone today, I have two joys. First, happy Mother's Day, maybe three actually. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who are mothers. But I want to quote Heather Cox Richardson from her blog this morning. Those of us who are truly lucky have more than one mother. They are cool aunts, the elderly ladies, the family friends, even the mentors who whip us into shape. So I am thinking of all of the wonderful women who mother without the title on Mother's Day 2025. I am thankful for my Aunt Mitzi, my mother's twin, my Aunt Vi, my Aunt Effie, and numerous teachers, Marjorie Bingham in particular. So that's two joys. A third joy. Jens Wenberg, long-term member of this church and my co-conspirator in life, celebrated his 90th birthday this past week on Wednesday, May 7th. He is still trying to digest this fact of being 90 and figure out what it means. For those we are holding in our thoughts, in our hearts, and perhaps in our prayers, into this community, into this space of healing and hope, let us call these names out loud or speak them quietly in our hearts right now. We extend loving kindness to all in our world, but let us not forget to extend loving kindness to ourselves. Today, tomorrow, and beyond, let our hands be outstretched in kindness, and let us keep showing up to our lives and each other with an open heart, no matter what. Love and courage to us all. Blessed be, and amen.
I feel like this is really far back and I keep needing to wiggle it forward slightly. All right, friends, I'm going to invite you into an embodied meditation this morning, and this can be done standing or seated. So if you would like to stand and find a space for yourself, I invite you to do so now. You can spread out into all of the areas if you need to. I invite you to settle into your body, feel your feet on the ground. You can soften your shoulders, let your arms hang down naturally. I invite you to inhale. And as you do, you're going to reach your arms out to both sides, like you're widening your awareness. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart, like you're gathering up the love of everyone around you. So with each inhale, I open myself to others. With each exhale, I offer what I can. Inhale. I open myself to others. Exhale. I offer what I can. One more time. I open myself to others. I offer what I can. Now from this heart center, we're going to bring both hands forward, palms up as we breathe in offering. Then as we exhale, we're going to bring them back to heart center in receiving. With these hands, I give. With these hands, I receive. Yeah. Inhale. With these hands, I give. Exhale. With these hands, I receive. With these hands, I give. With these hands, I receive. Now I invite you to gently circle your arms forward like you're drawing a big imaginary circle, nice and smooth and slow. Yeah. Like we're holding the whole world, right? This is your world, your community, your friends and family. We are a part of the circle. Here we give and receive support. We're going to bring our hands back to heart center and take one full deep breath and release. Friends, we may not have imagined that we were going to be here in these times, but we will rise through these times and make it to the other side by offering support when we are able and by gratefully accepting it when we are in need. Who could have imagined being in these times? Sing with us, friends.
Who could have imagined? Who could have imagined? Who could have imagined such times as these? But we will sing through these times. Oh, we will sing through these times, and soon enough we'll be singing on the other side. Who could have imagined?
Each week, we take an offering to sustain the important ministries and programs of this congregation and its presence in Ithaca. Giving to the plate is important. It's a symbol of our gratitude for this service and our ongoing commitment to support the work of this church. If you're watching remotely, follow the instructions on the screen. For those attending in person, our ushers will pass the plate as soon as we have our choir back up again.
We're going to invite you to imagine once more a failed revolution and a would-be king who flees across the water to the Isle of Skye.
Please join me in the dedication of the offering. May these gifts bring about connection, inspiration, and engagement within these walls and beyond.
This tale comes from Tom Owen Towle. All right, and I'm going to invite you to imagine a place where elephants live. And I'm going to need some help with this story. So to begin with, I'm going to need an elephant. Ever, do you want to be the elephant? Okay. Coming up. Now this elephant, don't worry, I'm going to need lots of help. Now this elephant was feeling kind of bored, right? And they were like, oh, you know what I really want? I want to compete against something. I want a competition. And you know what I think I have is the loudest elephant noise. Does anyone here make a good elephant noise? You can go if you want. Everyone, let's make our elephant noises. Ready? Go. Or you can do the. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So you can just pretend, friend. So the elephant was like, okay, I'm gonna find someone that's gonna have a contest with me. And so now first the elephant came across a water buffalo. Do I have a water buffalo? Allie, come on up. So the elephant comes across the water buffalo and they're like, hey, let's have a competition. I want to see who's loudest. And the water buffalo, they just lift their big shaggy head and they just shake their head. Absolutely not. Okay, so the elephant continues. And next they come upon a giraffe. Come on up. And they're like, all right, you want to compete with me, right? Who has the loudest call? And the giraffe, they look down from their very tall neck and they say, no, thank you. No, thank you.
No thank you.
No, thank you. Okay, so the elephant walks, and they walk through forests, and they walk through meadows, and they cannot seem to find anyone who wants to have a competition with them, right? They wants to see who has the loudest call, until finally, there's a little tiny voice that's like, I will. And it was, do you want to do it, Rowan? The wood thrush. Come on up. And now I can't actually make a good wood thrush noise. I was listening to it, and it kind of sounds like, if there are any bird people in here, I apologize. But that's the best wood thrush noise I can do. Let's do it together. Ready? Yeah, just like that. You want to try it one more time? Okay, so they were like, great. So now we're going to have this competition, and they needed a whole lot of judges. So anyone who wants to be a judge, you can kind of come up forward for me. They had to find all the animals that didn't want to compete. They were like, okay, you can be the judges for us. You can come up here too, friends. Anyone can come up. Right? So they were like, here's the way this is going to work, right? The elephant is going to make their really loud trumpet noise. Ready? Everyone do it. And then the thrush is going to go, everyone with me? And each time they do that, but judges were going to move back. They're at the edge of a meadow right now until they can no longer hear one of the voices. So they start off, and the elephant goes, okay, it was really loud, right? The judges could hear it, no problem. And then the wood thrush goes, okay, they could hear that too, no problem. So they all moved back. Go ahead and move back. Maybe like a couple, you're going to have to get into the aisles. All right, you got this. Some of you can go that way. Some of you can go that way. So you're going to have to move back up in the aisles. Okay, and the elephant does it again. Ready? And the wood thrush answers, they can still hear both of them, no problem. So they move back. That's right, keep going back, keep going back. Now they're way past the meadow at this point. They're into some forest. And the elephant goes, everyone. And the wood thrush goes. Okay, it's getting quieter, but they can still hear them both. So now they move back again and again and again with the elephant trumpeting and the wood thrush singing. Until a funny thing happened. Eventually, they could no longer hear the voice of the elephant. But no matter how far they went, they continued to hear. You see, what happened with the wood thrush is the wood thrush would sing their song, and another wood thrush would hear it, and they would pick up, and then another wood thrush would hear that and sing, until it didn't matter how far away they went, that song carried. And it carried and it carried for miles and miles and miles. Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends. You can go ahead and sit down. Thank you. There's a great elephant and animals here. So, friends, our voices are like that wood thrush, right? Even when there are the loudest voices that are trying to drown us out, trying to make us compete, our voices carry when we amplify each other, right? When we hold each other and carry those messages of love and peace and justice and equity, right? All of our voices together. All right, friends. So now I've invited you to imagine the light of welcome shining in the world, and I've invited you to imagine all of the ways that love makes a family, and to imagine what we can do when we let our voices rise together. And now I'm going to invite you to imagine how we as a community could help to fill one another's needs. Now, we all have needs, right? I've got needs. As my oldest child said, I need to sleep in sometimes. So we have the need to be loved, to be seen, to be safe, to have shelter, to have food, to be healthy, to know that we matter. So what if we here in this space were able to offer one another to help fill those needs? What if we were able to spread a little bit of joy and kindness? So I have two activities that I'm going to invite you to engage in, one for the adults in the room and one for those who are under 18. So adults, in just a minute, we're going to pass around baskets. And I know, I love to pass around baskets during these multi-gens, sorry. And they have these little cards in them. And on one side it says, I need, and then there's a blank space. And on the other side it has space for your name and contact information. So now you're going to be invited to write a small need on these pieces of paper. So a need that someone could fill for you with 1 hour or less of time, or $25 or less in money, right? So now this could be anything from, I need someone to come and take my dog for a walk because I have a full day of meetings. Or I need someone to drop a grocery order off at my house. Or I need someone to buy me some eggs and berries. I need someone to call and check in on me after a really stressful appointment. Or I need help getting a bus pass. Or help dropping off a piece of furniture at reuse because my vehicle isn't big enough. Or maybe I need help with a pair or two of pants for my kids who keep outgrowing everything that I buy them. Or even some hand-me-downs in the right size. Or maybe I need someone to look over my resume, right? A small need, but something that would be hard for you to do on your own. And now, friends, you don't have to write down a need, right? Or you could write down 2 needs. It's really up to you. Maybe you're a visitor and you don't quite feel like you know us well enough to offer that part of yourself up, and that's okay. But maybe you're going to see a need that someone else has and you're going to think, I could do that, right? I could do that for someone. So at the end of the service, you see this bulletin board over here? You're going to be invited as you leave to tack your needs, and there are push pins, to that bulletin board. We're going to shift it into coffee hour, and then people are invited to go over and take a look. And if there are needs that you can fill, please, go ahead and take one of those cards, right? And this isn't just about helping one another. In a lot of ways, it's also about building connection, right? Okay, now friends, because we're not giving your contact information out to anyone who are under 18, right? You're going to get to do something else, but something really fun. So there are other little baskets that have pieces of paper and they have markers, and you get to do random acts of kindness. Anyone ever done random acts of kindness? Yeah. So you're going to write "you are" on these cards, and then you're going to fill in whatever words you want of encouragement. You are amazing. You are the best. You are worthy. You are loved. And now here's the thing with these cards, though, friends. You're not allowed to give them to someone that you know. You have to leave them randomly places for someone to find. So you're going to take them and you're going to leave them in the grocery store, and you're going to leave them at school, and you're going to leave them at the library. So maybe someone who is having a rough day just comes across this card that says, you are loved, right? Just a note from a random stranger reminding them of how much they mean to the world. All right, so the baskets are going to be coming around now. Friends, you can make as many or few of both of these as you want. We're going to pass these out for everyone. friends, you can keep working on these as you need. We're going to move into our closing hymn, which is Lead with Love, which again you can see the lyric. Here you go. Lyrics up here. All right, the two friends who are going to do the verses, you can hop up when it's your turn. This is a partial call and response piece. I invite you to rise, embody your spirit. This is a good one to stomp clap too, if you feel like stomp clapping.
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared, and I'm scared too. But here I am, right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead
We're going to repeat the Lead with Love part.
and lead with love.
One more time, quieter.
And lead with love.
Love for our soloists, who I just this morning was like, does anyone want to do this? Yay! Thank you for being brave. All right, one final story. One final story. There once was a woman who prayed to understand where her place was in the world, what she was meant to do. And as she slept that night, she dreamt of the forest. So the next day she went out and she walked through the forest. As she was walking, she suddenly saw a fox. And the fox was lying on the ground and it was wounded. And she started to go forward, but then out came a lion. So she hid in the bushes. And this lion came out and it had a fish in its mouth. And it dropped the fish next to the wounded fox and it disappeared back into the forest. And the woman was like, oh, I understand now. The great provider is telling me that I don't need to do anything and that I will be provided for. So she went back And she didn't do anything. She didn't work, she didn't cook, she didn't bathe, she kind of barely got out of bed. She started to get kind of weak. She walked out into the village waiting for people to provide for her. But people just ignored her. She got weaker and weaker until finally she prayed again. She was like, great provider, like, I don't understand. I am doing what you asked me to do. Now that night, she slept again and she had a dream. And in her dream, she heard a voice, and the voice said, I don't want you to be the fox. I want you to be the lion, right? I want you to be the lion, friends. We're not waiting, right, to see if people provide for us. We are noticing the needs of others, and we are doing everything we can to meet those needs.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Our service has ended. Let our true service now begin.
axolotl supposed to be? There, if you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then the axolotl's gone. There's an axolotl at the front door. Is that what the welcome mat is there for? If you ask an axolotl if they'll be back tomorrow, a penguin waddles in and then they both sing you a song. Bibble, robble, axolotl, bibble, bobble, penguin, we'll see you tomorrow. If you want more of this and 2 other ensembles and more songs we didn't even share with you, you can come to our concert on Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Ford Hall at Ithaca College. All right, go in peace, friends, and put your names up on the billboard. Thank you. Good job, good job. Turn it.